你好，我是徐老师. Before we talk about the strategy of HSKK, let's make one thing clear. What exactly is HSKK? So HSKK double K stands for 汉语水平口语考试, which means the Chinese proficiency speaking test. There are three levels: HSKK beginner, HSKK intermediate, and HSKK advanced. So who needs to take it besides HSK? Well, students applying to Chinese universities, scholarship applicants, or people who need a full certification for their language proficiency, and anyone who wants official proof of their speaking ability. So now here is how it works. HSKK is computer based. You listen to prompts through headphones. You speak into a microphone. Your answers are recorded. You do not speak to a human examiner. So it's a lot like a TOEFL test or even the AP foreign language test. So one thing is very important that you know what you usually got. You usually got a preparation time, then limited speaking time. And you must respond clearly and within the time limit. Most students are shocked by one thing. It's not that the questions are hard, it's that the time pressure is intense. People got nervous, and that's where people freeze. Today, we're fixing that big problem. So HSKK is different from HSK. HSK tests recognition, like hearing and reading. Mostly for HSK 1 to 3, it's hearing and reading the pinyin and the sound. But HSKK tests the production. Recognition is passive. Production is active. That's why people got nervous and feel it's so challenging. And the active language requires retrieval speed, sentence building, logical structure, pronunciation control. Most students train input. They watch dramas, they memorize vocab from the flashcards, they read, but they rarely train output under time pressure. HSKK is not testing if you know Chinese. It tests if you can organize your thoughts fast in Chinese. So let's talk about the exam. The examiners mainly evaluate four things. First, fluency. Second, logical organization. Third, basic grammar accuracy. And the last one, pronunciation clarity. They're not looking for fancy idioms. They're not looking for perfect tones, neither the literary elegance. Okay? So you don't need to sound impressive. You need to sound structured. Structure beats vocabulary complexity every time in every language. So here is a framework I recommend for all HSKK levels. Step 1, clear opinion. Start clearly like 我觉得,我的看法是,我相信. So I think, in my opinion, I believe. Never start speaking randomly. Establish your position immediately. And step 2, two supporting reasons. Reason 1, reason 2. Use simple connectors to connect your reasons, make it more logical. The easiest one is 第一, 第二, 第三, first, second, third, or 因为, 所以, because, therefore. So those simple sentences are safer, especially when you're under pressure. And the step 3, use short conclusions. 所以我觉得, 我想, 我认为, so that's why I think blah blah, or I feel it is like. So the closure signals completeness. A short but complete expression or statement are times better than fancy but incomplete expressions. So examiners appreciate your structured answers for sure. So for intermediate level, there is a question. Do you prefer studying alone or studying with your friends? If that's a prompt you got for the test, what kind of answer would you like to give? So let's do it in Chinese. 你喜欢自己学习，还是和朋友一起学习？ Let me show you an example answer. 我喜欢自己学习。第一，我可以更专心。我和朋友学习的时候，我们常常聊天。第二，我可以看我的时间，我不用等我的朋友。所以，自己学习更有用。Clear, organized, done. You deliver all the opinions clearly structured, and also you did not use any fancy vocab. The only one you may find a little bit beyond the curriculum vocab is 专心, which means focus, concentrate. But here is the trick. No one knows what you are about to say. So if you cannot or didn't know how to say concentrate, just skip the sentence or use a much easier sentence like 我觉得更有意思. So whatsoever you said, as long as you don't stop the pause for like 5 seconds, people feel you are delivering a clear answer structured with confidence. That's what they are looking for. So don't worry about your vocab because this is not a test of your flashcard memorization. Okay, so here is a little hidden issue you need to pay extra attention. Students memorize hundreds of words. If you're HSK 3, probably 600. But during the HSKK, you cannot retrieve them quickly. Why? Because isolated word list does not build your speaking pathways. Your brain retrieves faster when vocab lives inside the context. Stories, short sentences, short idioms, they create memory hooks. Emotion strengthens the recall. Narrative improve your logical flow. That's why I designed the story-based learning to improve the speaking and the speed of speaking dramatically. So you do not need a partner for HSKK. You need structured repetition. Try this. Choose one single topic. Set a 1-minute timer. Record your answer. Review your structure. Don't feel embarrassed to listen to the playback of your recording. You can only tell which part you are missing, which part you did well by listening to your own answers. Teachers can tell you, but teachers are not available all the time, and teachers sometimes didn't know which part you actually miss the most, because when you speak, there's parts that only you know you almost missed. That's also the parts you need to strengthen when you are listening and practice. And you need to repeat this 3 to 5 times. So one topic, 1-minute timer, record, review. Focus on the structure first. The fluency will follow. When you practice vocab through idiom stories, through Chinese myths, through historical stories, you can build the context, the memory I just mentioned. It's also help you to understand the mindset and the historical background of Chinese culture much more easier. So you're hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. You're learning the language, the speaking, the context of the word that you're gonna memorize, but also the culture and history. At the website I built, funchinese321.com, I combined the interactive exercises, story-based vocab. You don't just memorize, you train your brain to think in Chinese under pressure. So here is my action plan for you. So for this week, pick 5 common HSKK topics. Use the 3-step structure and then record daily. Evaluate organization, not perfection. HSKK is not about sounding perfect. It's about being structured under time pressure. And structure is trainable. Visit funchinese321.com. Train smart, and I will see you next video.